to...
Welcome back to Toko Cut Some Bitches! Dun dun!
You can't see it.
Oh, look at those scissors. I fucking love those scissors. Also her ponytails. How do they grow ponytails that long? I would love to know how.
I have no idea.
She's not a fucking sailor. It's not like she's surrounded by seamen.
I'm gonna ignore that you said that.
I mean, I have one saved up from last episode.
I guess that's true.
Yep.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
So let me get this straight. It is a copycat killer, but it's only a coincidence that the real killer was in here with us.
We don't even know if it's a copycat killer.
Okay. One person that could copy. Select someone.
This isn't the actual killer. This one should be obvious.
Here's my answer.
You're the only one!
Great.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
And now they start throwing Byakuya under the Dangan bus.
Documents.
Good.
Or internal police records.
Well, I guess it's not good because we actually get it wrong when we all die, but...
Yep.
Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was...
Oh, trust me.
because he wanted to kill
His involvement in this crime is way stupider than the actual crime itself.
Well, don't spoil it.
I'm not.
But,
You're gonna find out. I already told you that he's not the killer.
Right, yeah. Which is unfortunate, because I really wanted to see him get executed, but...
Me too. I did. But the thing is, it doesn't explain everything.
Right.
Oh, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all.
Oh my god, the face! Yes!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Yeah, you knew exactly where it was. You were like, yep, girls' locker room, let's go.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Yeah, but how did you know it was Chihiro?
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Next we are going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case.
That seems... okay.
When's the best time to use flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? Or you could have someone that knows exactly what to fucking do.
Right.
In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use the flashback, you won't be refuting anything, you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Well, then good luck and have fun.
And, yeah, they expect you to use it right after they introduce it, so... that makes sense.
Just the last truth bullet, just...
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found his body.
Yeah.
But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for
Oh, wait a
any guy.
minute.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first.
I got it.
There was
Okay.
no time
Me
for
too.
pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
you wish you'd taken me with you.
Okay, I didn't think it was at the beginning of it.
That's okay, I got it, don't
You
worry.
said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found his body. But he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural.
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong. I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
Let's say he doesn't even care. Got him for it, he's acting like it has nothing to do
What's
with
the
it.
matter? You're not finished
Because
already.
it doesn't have anything to do
There
with
must
it.
be more to it.
There is.
Or you never know. I could be lying to you. I could have said he threw him under the doggone bus because he actually is under the doggone bus.
We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof
Oh, if
you're
I play this
looking
with
for
Johnny,
is
I'd be
hidden in
fucking with
there.
him all the time.
Oh?
Proof like, I don't know, maybe they dragged him in there and beat him to death. I don't know.
I will say that you do give me a bit too much sometimes.
I do.
That's alright.
Sometimes I want to stay quiet, but sometimes I want to just say, I want to point this out, and then my mouth starts talking.
That's alright. It's fine.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body. But Chihiro was suspended with some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I've never seen that rope before in my life.
Oh, fuck. You gotta be
Obviously, somebody else must have
Had it hidden away somewhere.
kidding. Fuck the white noise. Fuck it.
You want me to explain when I want to kill? And I use those same scissors. But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right!
Then there
Okay,
must
I,
be
so,
Hey,
I
Byakuya,
can remember that I
I've
can
never
take
seen
it.
that rope before in my life.
Bam. There.
No, that's wrong.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
Fucker.
Because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
Fucking finally.
Extension cord?
Right.
I didn't know ropes had plugs.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once.
And it's supposed to have that fat end on the end of it.
Cord that
Yeah.
was in the library
Like
all
how?
this time?
How the fuck did he hide that part?
It should have been obvious to everyone, honestly. I mean, just the fact that it was white was enough to give it away that it was an extension cord to me.
Right, exactly.
And there's
Things
no
are getting
way
serious.
someone who
Check it
uses
out my
that
first.
extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that
By
fact.
the way, did we restart the timer?
Let me look.
Because we hopped right into it.
No, we did not.
Yay! Longer episode!
How long has it been? Oh,
I have no
wow.
fucking idea. Let's just go for...
Let's just go for a little bit over an hour.
Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think. And your conclusion is something like this. I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it.
Hold on, there's a contradiction in that statement.
Alright. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
You know, wonder why you're pushing
Not
that so far.
disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Sure. You really need to. You've already decided who did it.
Or have we? I don't know why, but I'm really suspicious of Hero right now.
You're really suspicious of Hero? Like, is it because of his, like, posted on face?
No, it's because of the fact that he was in the main hall messing with the handbooks, and he's like, do we really need to move on? You know, kind of like how
Everyone's been like this.
I mean, I guess.
I know.
I don't have a lot to go off of though.
There's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all
I didn't know
that
you made
bothers
it
you?
look like Kill Bill.
What was that? Just now something was alright. To your body was only found in the girls' locker room. Does that mean, can I really just get it, blah blah blah? I guess I should actually, see the crime.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro.
It was the
in
extension
girls'
cord.
locker
It
room,
wasn't
right?
from the library.
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
Dun dun dun.
Disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even
Why do you
in the
have a pizza
world
tray?
of disappointments, this is
That's
a true
it's
letdown.
because I eat pizza in my room and I'm too lazy to get a plate. So I just,
No, is this like you cook it on here, right?
yeah.
I was wondering where you got it from because I really like that.
Oh, my mom gave it to me.
Aw, I'm gonna have to try to find it myself.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you were asking why it's in my room, and that's
No.
because. So I put the
I mean,
pizza,
I have dirty plates in my room all the time. This is basically a pizza plate.
Right, I put the pizza in the oven, but I also slice it into slices, but I'm too lazy to actually get a plate, so I just bring the whole stone into my room.
I mean, it's good. I mean, it's a mixture plate. Just
Yeah.
don't touch the sides.
Pretty much.
Ah, fuck!
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Yeah. Hey, Bianca, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Bianca, who had seemed so confident up till now, maybe Bianca never realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Okay.
The fucking coffee stain! Oh wait, or do we have to fucking...
It could be the posters.
I think it is the puzzle.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
Yeah.
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed super.
Why do you keep pointing that out, Makoto? It's like your mind is focused on that, and you can't say anything else.
Say pinup!
Just say a picture of a supermodel. Not a big boob supermodel.
Wow.
What? Do you not want to say a picture of a busty ass supermodel?
Why do you have to say it like that?
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms.
Yeah, that's alright.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you? Protein coffee? While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
Not scrubbed. It was you, yeah. Oh, there we go.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet
I mean,
wasn't
this is the biggest plot point, and you're just sitting there thinking, that's not the poster that was in here last time.
Yeah, that's the poster. It's the thing that made me figure everything out.
Yeah, the poster that turned the gears in your head and led you to more confusion.
I pieced it together pretty nicely, I have to say.
You did. And I was hoping, like maybe Chihiro went into the boys' locker room. Oh, maybe someone made it look like it was. No.
Yeah.
In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
Can you take pictures with this thing? Because apparently they just automatically see this little box on the side of their fucking face.
Right.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room...
Here it comes.
how did
They're
the
about to
killer-
figure it out. They're about to finally piece it fucking together.
Yeah.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
Oh, did she?
Did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
So Hero knew.
Nope.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Okay. Yes. Is he right? Okay. Yes. So Hero, what do you have to say? Huh? Huh? Because you're looking awfully suspicious to me.
Really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all.
You're losing time when you do that.
Sure, that would have been no problem for her.
I got 2 seconds and lost 1 second, so I think it's a...
She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What then?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
So it's broken.
No, it's wrong.
That's a joke.
I
Come on,
don't think
come on.
Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
But is it really though?
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly...
Wow, what an asshole.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
No.
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook! The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring!
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong? It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room.
No, there is. You guys are just not thinking of it.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
that it then? The hero was killed in the girls' locker room, and Byakuya's the one who did it? Really? Still, I don't know what else I
Hold
can
on
do.
a second. I agree with
Here
you.
we go. Kyoko poked at the body enough.
Yeah.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth
She
and
looked at the shirt,
that's
she's
what
like,
you got
oh,
to say? There's no way she
She's
can
just
get
like,
in the boys' locker room, right? So
Just put her hand on the crotch. Oh.
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that,
The cat's like, I'm through with this shit. There's
why
some
don't we
fucking
take a little
stupid.
break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait, we can do that?
Wait.
With his
Just
permission.
what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then.
Oh,
I
jeez.
declare an official class trial
What?
recess.
That's a thing that can happen?
For real?
If he feels like it.
Then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Is she just gonna, like, go to Chihiro's body and just rip the pants off and you're like, behold, a penis?
Wait, just wait. Mr. Winky!
That's terrible. Don't degrade Chihiro's body like that. Just wait. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was... Yeah, it's in the crime.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it
Be
again?
sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, all the boys are being respectful, and they're just like pussies.
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Oh, religious grounds. Okay.
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
She's a tough girl. What are you talking about?
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine.
I'm pretty sure Chihiro would have like a girl to examine her.
Wow!
So just leave this to me.
I mean, Sakura is the one that said it.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action?
You
are about?
Jill, I love her.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go.
No one's screwing anybody. That's the problem.
Please excuse the intrusion.
Thank you for being respectful, Sakura. Oh,
Putting their hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body. Because you're not reading them!
I'm sorry. I'm invested.
So when you invest like this, apparently I'm supposed to be Makoto.
No, I'll still read.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this?
Honka. Just immediately click.
What is it?
Cut her mouth. I love that expression.
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive fame trembled.
This girl is
Is what?
a boy.
I see.
I love his reaction. Wait for it.
She was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Huh? Confirming.
Just dot. What?
Right.
You're joking, right?
And by the way,
I wouldn't.
I feel it very unrealistic that they're able to switch on a dime when they figure this out. From instead of calling Chihiro she to calling Chihiro he. We're having trouble with that, and we're the people playing the fucking game.
That's true, yeah.
It's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Penis.
Oh, what? You guys didn't know?
What if in the back of Sakura's mind, she's just like, are all men mishung? Chihiro had to hide the fact that he had a penis the length of the fucking Missouri River.
You know what? I believe it too.
Just to Hiro, he was like, hi everybody. Oh my god! Yeah, you like it, don't you?
We shouldn't speak ill of the dead, especially not someone as sweet and gentle as Chihiro.
But I'm flattering him.
I guess that's true, but it just seems awfully disrespectful still.
He's a big dick mystic.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy. And then he was a cross-dresser?
Yay, did us a Jill!
Really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Can I still get credit for this murder? Fucking love that part.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Okay. That was a nice little detour.
And 1 second later, we're back in the fucking courtroom. How did we get here? Don't ask questions.
Let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy.
Hey, you finally started fucking reading it again.
The thought never crossed my mind. Except to cross mine, all I needed was the poster.
Yeah, you saw the poster, and all of a sudden, like that.
Yeah.
Just fucking click. You think he would just like get rid of the poster?
Yeah.
Just like instead of putting up Tornado in the boys' room, he would have been like, take this with me.
Just trash the other one too, probably.
I mean, the other one probably not, but the Tornado poster, he could just be like, hey, I got this pile of trash, can I just throw it away in the incinerator? The person with the key just like, sure, I'll do it. Click. Right.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes.
I would love to think Monokuma liked fucking with people too, and his handbook would only let him go into the girls' locker room, and Chihiro had to sit there and go, what's wrong, Chihiro? Nothing, I'll just wait. I don't like stripping in front of other people. Oh, come on, it's not that bad. Please don't touch me!
It's just us girls here, right?
It's like, yes, just us girls. All of a sudden he's just thinking, think of something else, think of something else, think of something else.
I don't think Chihiro was horny. That's just my opinion.
I mean, he didn't want to pop an accidental boner in front of people. I mean, that dress is probably thick, but if he's hung as much as we think he's hung, it wouldn't have had much.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So Chihiro is not trans because he actually considers himself a boy.
Right.
But what would Monokuma do if he actually did have a trans student? Would he let them access the opposite gender's bathroom because that's what they identify as?
Maybe. I don't know. Like, I would actually like if they make another like Danganronpa game, which is probably going to be very unlikely. But if they do make another one, I want them to address that.
Yeah.
I would really like them to address that.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used that
Everyone
leverage
lose
in
their
his
shock
handbook
expressions,
to
and
get
now
into the
they're
girls'
still
locker
basic.
room.
Right.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it.
Miyaki was like, shit, I had all these fantasies and fucking...
no.
We could have made so many computers and we could have made so much money.
Nah.
Billionaire sex is much better than peasant sex.
Back, yeah, it's too non-caring to even have those thoughts, I feel.
No, it's like, he has the one sweat drop right there. And that's what made me think, like, did he have, like, pictures or something? Like, he looks, like, super worried. There was a certain incongruity to his female body. In his mind, he's going, shit, 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 shit. Don't
Picture the dick!
Also, the cat wants back in, because of course she does.
This is the most titillating
Where did you go?
situation.
Well, she ran away, so.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally...
See, now the Switch Robin has disappeared and he finally regained his fucking composure.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever, we still think you're
Oh.
the killer.
Come in!
And like, she's like, finally. You know how long I was waiting?
Baby.
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
He's off in the mind of Byakuya Togami!
Right.
After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all. What? But
Like,
you're the one
he
who
didn't
accused
do
me in
it,
the first
but he
place?
helped the person disguise the fact that they tried to make him... He basically threw himself in the non-essential spear.
Yeah.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He
Fucking obvious.
Right.
knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right.
Why are you playing Final
I
Fantasy?
am not the
Because, like, I always finick around when I'm excited. I'm just like, I want you to figure out who did it, because it's the least likely culprit. Everyone's the least likely culprit.
Yeah, everyone's the least likely culprit, right?
Except Byakuya, considering they just tossed him under the Dangan bus!
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Okay, so...
He's just a dick.
Wait, why did you get into the girls' locker room?
The handbook in the front.
Why were you wanting to go into the girls' locker room?
Maybe he saw it happen. And he's just like, huh, this is very interesting. He looked at the girl. He's like, well, that's not very interesting. He grabbed the girl's handbook, he grabbed the extension cord, and he decided to fuck with the bot! Not literally, though.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
He's just like, I never said this word before in my life. Off screen. Where the fuck is my bacon?
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Very fine and very hard to believe.
Executed along.
You can be executed along with everyone else, including me, who fucked with the crime scene because I wanted more excitement.
Right.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter
I thought they say, why you do that to your body? I'm like, I don't know. Why you know English?
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
We have our previous recordings up, and I'm having fun just figuring out which one's the first one. I think it's really the first one, but it doesn't look like it.
That's because none of them are the first one. I've already rendered a few of them.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
That's very true.
Our lives
So once we get the thumbnail, we can just be like, hey.
Yeah, we can just start uploading.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think we need to do it on a weekly basis anymore. I think we're good to do it a day.
I think we've stockpiled enough.
Yeah.
I mean, these episodes have been going by really fast for being an hour.
Exactly. And plus, we have a lot more than I expected for hour-long videos.
Right. I told you this game was long.
Yeah.
You can start uploading like every other day.
Maybe.
So if you upload it every day, it'd be gone in like a week.
True.
2 weeks.
But then, that might mess with the algorithm, though. Well,
Do we ever go with the algorithm?
I guess not. Fine. I'll just go against the system.
Who murdered Chihiro? Let's fucking figure it out.
Right. There's one thing we can be sure about, we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to her routine, which means...
The killer is Genocide Jack!
Right. Since the crime scene was in the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have to use their own. In other words, it would have to have been a guy. That's still enough. You need to find out.
What if they were actors and like they're looking at the script like, are we really supposed to act this fucking stupid? And the director's like, I'm sorry, but you kind of didn't have to.
That might lead us to who did it.
That was you were like, was that the bunch of shoot pads?
Because, like, there's a lot of things here. I doubt it would be the first
Sure,
one,
if
but you
someone
never
saw
know.
the killer, they would have said something like that.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any clue.
No, we don't know. Not that one.
It's over.
Okay, well.
It's all over.
Okay, good.
You want to know who saw the victim?
Because that would be no, we don't need any new information.
Killer. And only the killer.
Yeah.
There.
No, it's wrong.
See, you're a smart boy.
Thank you.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered.
How can you all just beat it easily? Chihiro was found out to be a guy, and you just automatically had a switch in their brain. Oh, we can call Chihiro he now. What the fuck?
Yeah, how is that so easy for you guys?
Now that you mention it.
I have a problem with her. The fuck?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, I do.
But I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Oh.
The rest of you had no idea,
Oh.
did you?
No.
Eagle, are you seriously wanting out again? Eagle. Oh my gosh, is she really?
No, she's going over to the thing. Or not.
No. Oh my gosh! Eagle, why?
Oh, no, she's going back over.
Okay. Eagle. Eagle. Eagle, baby.
Please don't make him get back up.
Okay, well.
Just turn up and tell us.
This episode's called Nick's Cat is Cray Cray.
I actually haven't been naming them. I don't like the hour-long videos are just too long to.
I know, but like you should like make the exception for this one video, which is like, oh wait, this is the one where the cat fucking interrupts all the time. My cat is Cray Cray. That's the title of the episode.
I probably won't remember.
And then Danganronpa part whatever.
By the time I render it, I probably won't remember. Probably.
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a double bag. But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Okay.
Well, they already spoke of horror, but...
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone.
Yeah, now you can say Mr. Fujisaki. I would love to have your guys' ability to switch everything in the back of my head.
Great.
Hi, Eagle.
Eagle, why do you want out? Why? Go on. And then she'll want back 5 minutes later, I guarantee it.
Right.
But
So you want to be on camera again.
invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
I mean, you can't exercise with each other. You're not going to be in the same fucking locker room.
Right.
I mean, you could go to the pool and...
But you just have to go through the summer locker room and meet.
Which means that conversely,
Right.
he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
stuck on that line. I can see it going in your head.
It couldn't be. Oh. There's one person I can think of Chihiro trusting, and that would be Mondo, because of Mondo's promise.
Maybe. But there's not a good reason for Mondo to do it, though.
Yeah, you're right, but you also happened to mention that it could have been an accident because you said that
Yeah, it could have been an accident. Anything's possible.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
Okay.
Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that?
Okay.
You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if
You need the actual items for fingerprints, you fucker.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But
Yeah, Miss Detective.
Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Chihiro track jacket really told them clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. I'm still trying to figure it out myself.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
Flash of inspiration.
Personally, I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of
You saw it.
Not a chance.
First of all,
We know which he was on his way, so next is why did he choose?
I can see you have it.
I have it, alright.
So,
I was
the
right.
killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit.
How would you know the color? You wouldn't.
I'll let you go in.
Thank you.
Because I want you to.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
Welcome. Good grief.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just... I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
no, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry?
you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
That tongue is doing a loop-de-loop.
Yep.
Just by chance. Just happened to see him.
Toko, I didn't know you were so skilled.
He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
That's not right.
No.
You wouldn't have been.
That can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony, when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
Here's that tiny
That's a good
detail.
question. There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
I did notice that too. I didn't think about
And
that.
after he was
And it's
killed,
not going to give me
he
another
happened
chance
to
because she's
refer
already
to
spelling
him
it
as
out.
dude.
That's fine.
Once I picked up on
Yeah.
that, it occurred to me
I don't
that
know.
Mondo knew something you didn't.
Either way.
I mean, okay, I did notice that, him calling Chihiro dude, but I didn't think much of it because dude is like...
Something people say are either men or women.
Right, exactly.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly
But did you
as
notice the
frightful
last
as someone
option?
capable of murdering a
Yeah.
friend.
Because I hate him.
Yes, I did.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, did your confidence just get up and walk away? Man,
So,
Coming from you?
Really insist?
You okay?
I start choking on something.
here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Not on the ground, right? Now it's falling to Chihiro.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Continuously pointing.
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Well, he told you, not us, but...
Yeah, you remember
I think he
that?
told you and Bianca.
Oh, okay.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never
Baby, why?
two of them broke in quick succession,
I'm not letting you out.
then
Or, I mean, I guess you can.
Then we can
Man,
only
this cat-
assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if
We
we want
should
this
let
to be a fair trial.
Yeah, next time we won't let her back in. As much as she'll be lonely.
Yeah, I know.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my
Yes, get on with it.
handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break.
Wait, so that means Mondo's and...
I see the gears turning.
So that means Mondo and Taka have been using...
No, remember.
Yeah, I know. Those would have been broken.
No, not Taka's.
Not Taka's? Oh yeah, he took his clothes off. Mondo's been using Leon's.
I flippin' knew it!
And that's the deciding factor.
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
You are getting a lot of this. And I am so
Temperature
proud.
in the sauna can reach over 200
It took me a while.
degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were
I didn't actually know how saunas
pushed
work.
directly
I was...
onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Me too.
That is a mere
I was learning to learn
trifling
this earlier,
knowledge.
like, you know.
Yeah.
I learned it the same way.
You found the victim's handbook in the sauna. Then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke?
Yeah.
They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why.
Yeah,
And once
true.
they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Yeah. It had to be the one who wore all the clothes. Yeah, I know. Monda. Boom, Bob. Right.
It was Leon!
Here's my answer.
Oh.
Your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Okay, Mondo, take out your handbook. I don't want to believe either, but I found out something that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt. we gotta go do this. I can't just say, hey Mondo, take out the handbook. No.
Hey!
Oh, gee, there's 3 of them.
That is pretty easy.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Damn it.
He
See?
missed it.
Yeah.
Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
No, you're wrong.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I don't know, he's threatened to kill us multiple times, you know.
Right. He did punch me in the face when I first met him.
Let's test if what he says you broke your own. In other words, if more than that proves that
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Fuck.
You keep missing it.
See? Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
You have to go around for another round.
Yeah.
let's test if what he says you broke your own. In other words, if more than that proves that what Makoto...
Well, my goddamn handbook works
Oh, that's
fine.
Okay.
Wrong button.
No, it's wrong.
I guess I lose 5 seconds for that. Oh well.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
No, we already went over this.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
Okay, I guess you can explain it that way too, but the most logical explanation is there's a difference between loaning and borrowing, because loaning is the act of giving, while borrowing is the act of taking. Right.
It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Now to put these together in the comic.
Yep.
The manga. Alright, I gotta remember that there are being some things that are misleading. Even
What'd she see? What'd she notice Chihiro had? So let's the count.
oh, okay, this is Celeste. Sorry.
Yeah, Celeste saw Chihiro carry. No. Saw her carrying.
That?
Yep.
Okay.
And now. This one's. I'm gonna give you the first one. That one.
And
Then she walks in.
boy.
Yep.
Okay.
And what did he use to try to kill her? Because his blood's gonna have the carpet and what? Yep.
Working the... No. Yeah, working the first one.
And then where did it hit?
The girl.
No, sorry.
the act of like the handle, the door handle. No, you.
Is it? No.
Switch crime scene.
Byakuya comes in. Why was he even in the girl locker room?
Don't ask me. I don't know. Well, you missed one.
I did. Go back. Oh, right.
Here's exactly what happened.
Good job, man. Thank
First,
you.
let's
That one was a lot easier than a lot of them.
Yeah.
The last one.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys'
I was
locker room
wondering,
came from.
like, he hits him, but like those are the only blood droplets that get everywhere on the poster and the floor.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
Really? There isn't like a random one that's stuck in the corner or something like that? Something like, whenever you spill a drink, it doesn't just spill on the wall and on the floor. No, it spills everywhere.
Right.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet.
I'm surprised you guessed Mondo as soon as it's like, who did he trust? And you just like stopped for a minute. I'm like, I can see the gears turning.
Oh, that's the only person I can think of.
Right?
I wasn't sure though until he said blue.
And it took you a while. Like you had the thinking moment, and then you're like, oh.
No, right as he said blue, I was like, oh. I was like, I knew it, or I didn't know it, but I.
You're the only one.
Right.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker
I
room.
love this music.
A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall.
Barely anyone looked at them except for Makoto, which notices the big
get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene...
Wait, no. Why would Byakuya do that though? Because think about it. If Makoto didn't figure this out, he would have blamed Toko. He was sure it was Toko. But only...
No, he could have seen it and thought, well, that's boring.
Yeah, but like...
Think of it from Byakuya's point of view.
But I am thinking of Byakuya's point of view. He says that he is going to win. He won't die, right? He won't die. if we got it wrong, and he was gonna get it wrong, we all would have died.
He's fucking insane.
He went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body.
That's a really long extension cord, I gotta say.
Right. It was just in the fucking library.
Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
The face.
Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
Mondo.
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence?
I feel for Taka, man.
Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
So Taka's gonna be the one that I have to do the rhythm thing against?
Yep.
Okay. Evidence I already got from the trial. I can somehow show Mondo's handbook right now. Once I do that, everything will become clear. Oh, fine.
Let's talk a little bit about Fever Time and Nega Time. During a bullet time battle, if you press the space key, Fever Time will activate, and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss.
Oh, okay.
So you can push RMB, LMB, RMB, LMB, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault.
Right mouse button, left mouse button.
Yep. Okay. But that only lasts until your focus key runs out. So make the best possible use of your time. Of course it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special time, right? So we've also prepared something called Nega Time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates Nega Time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm.
Okay.
If you were to activate Fever Time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, your opponent won't use Nega Time, you fucking bitch baby. Oh then, good luck and have fun, bitch.
Okay.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False.
Uh-oh.
Hey, perfect time and we can finish this up.
Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
We'll do the execution and then we'll end the episode.
Well, actually, we should end the episode when they vote. When the slot machine pops up, because it takes a while. It takes a while for them to end.
Fine.
So when we get the scores, we can end the video then.
Why don't we just end it right now?
Well, that way we can use the bulk of the next video for wrapping it up.
Is it really that long? We're not going to take up the next video?
A good portion of it.
Well, this video is already long because we forgot to set the time right.
Right. Exactly. So
Okay.
it doesn't take a while to get to the grading screen.
Okay.
Yeah. replace the handbook with Disbelief.
In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Yeah, okay, so it was right there. That's
Yep,
why.
okay.
Wait.
Now we end the video.
Alright, see you guys next time.
Peace.